Well, good morning, community. Good morning, my brothers and sisters, stroke survivors worldwide. We're here, Stroke of Genius podcast, Survivor Experiences, starting a new service. We want to launch and promote your group page. If you're out there making a difference in the stroke survivor community, Stroke of Genius podcast wants to help you to promote your show. So we will give it permission by your admins. We'll promote a live stream, a show within your group or page or whatever. So today we're promoting and getting you to realize there's been a new group, a new page developed and founded by Vaughn Johnston. And to be there, my friends, the person I'm going to introduce you to this morning is starting a group, a sport group, live video group. His name is Abraham Rumery. Is that right, Abraham Rumery? And so let's bring him on. Let me get the please, Barbara, bring it on. And remember, you can search Thrive Recovery. Abraham's group in Thrive Recovery meets every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Thrive Recovery Facebook page. All right, so let's bring Abraham on.
The Stroke of Genius podcast, hosted by brain aneurysm and stroke survivor Aaron Avila, sharing the experiences of survivors and CEOs. This is your destination for inspiration.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, brother. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing this morning, Aaron?
I'm feeling a little thrivey. I'm feeling thrivey. How about you?
You're feeling thrivey. Nice. Yeah, today's a good day to thrive.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on here and promote Thrive Recovery and my new support group that I'm starting. We're about, I think, 3 shows deep. I'd like to promote that. That's on Tuesday at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So that's 4 o'clock Central. Yeah.
So the math is on my list. Math is too early for math. Abraham.
Yeah, it is too early.
We have Jocelyn. Jocelyn is out there.
Hi, Jocelyn. How are you?
That's her right there. That's
there it is. Okay, I see red at the bottom.
We have got Sherry Patterson.
Hey, Sherry.
From
Sherry,
Mary Falls. We have got Eric. I can never pass the name. But we got Eric, and he's in. Oh man, in California. Oh, he's outside. He's about 3 hours south of me. And we got Abraham. We got Jeff Roberts out there.
Jeff, how you doing?
So there's Jocelyn wanted to try again.
And Jocelyn is thriving this morning.
Yeah. Well, you gotta come on the green room before the show, and how there is a huge difference between a stroke survivor and a stroke thriver.
I believe a thriver kind of takes it upon themselves to do better with what they can.
Yeah, right. It's like you and I are thrivers.
Yeah.
Vaughn is a thriver. Jeff is a thriver. Eric is a thriver. Sherry's a thriver. I don't know about you, but like I told you, it boils my spuds, chops my hide, chop the hide like a color stroke bits of my head, bro.
Yeah, that's I was a victim for about a couple weeks when I was in a coma, but I wasn't a victim for very long. I turned that one into a survivor as soon as I could.
You know, when I told you that, your immediate response said it's a choice.
It is choice.
Now there's a lot of stroke survivors out there. We're talking to you, stroke survivor out there. Your choice, your destiny, your future is all up to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to make your mind that you're recovering for life. You have to make up your mind that you're going to do that and keep it in a positive light. Not every day is positive, but try to keep everything in perspective and in a positive light and just keep moving forward, and results will make their way to you.
And that's really why Vaughn. I know Vaughn is a friend of mine, but I really, I mean, to choose the word thrive. I mean, it really is a choice. She chose to realize that we're stroke thrivers. There is a
Yeah,
difference. There is a
there is a
difference
difference.
between a stroke survivor. I mean, I would say the majority of people out there are stroke survivors. And I kind of picture it this way: a stroke survivor is like treading water in a big open ocean.
Yeah,
If they stop kicking, they will sink and drown. A stroke thriver almost catapults himself out of the ocean, starts flying, and starts doing good work, doing good things for humanity with their stroke, like you and I are doing right now, bro.
I'm trying. That's what I want to do. I want to help as many people as I can and help people that want to be helped.
Oh, tell me a little bit about this group you're doing in Thrive. What is it?
It's just it's a support group. I'll tell you. Like I got the idea. I kind of wanted to do a support group because when I went through this, I was very young, and honestly, I went to two support groups. Like right after this happened, I was probably about 17 and a half at this point. By the time I got into the rehab center that had that offered support group, and they didn't have much to offer me in the way of what they were talking about. It was at that point in life, I it was it was a bunch of older people that had strokes, and at that point in my life, that had nothing to do with me. I wasn't older. I didn't have a
Oh,
career. And
let's clarify for everybody. You were 17 years old when
yes,
you had stroke, bro.
yeah, I was 17 years old when I had my stroke. So it's been about well, it'll be 27 years this September.
Unreal. Goes by quick. Goes by quick.
It does go by quick. I wish I had some of those days back, but
Oh,
I
wow.
mean, it is what it is. I mean, overall, I'm happy with it. So,
Yeah. You know, well, like these great. So, who is welcome to join your Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time? Who could come join your group?
pretty pretty much anybody. I mean, obviously, people with brain injuries, their family members, their caregivers, and basically anybody who is interested and wants to learn more and hear it from a different perspective, like a more real perspective, because there's nothing more real than when you're living it, you know.
Nothing. Yeah, but that's so true. It's so simple. You just said that, but God, that's heavy, bro.
Yeah.
It doesn't get more
Well,
real than the person going through it. Doesn't get more real.
well, it's Aaron. It's a real situation. I mean, it's. I mean, yeah, we have to keep positive mind frame and everything, but this is life, and we're trying to recover for life. So, I mean, yeah, I think you have to take a bit of seriousness into it.
Well, you know, Abraham, why do you think some stroke survivors end up just being survivors, being victims? Why do you suppose? Why do certain people choose to be thrivers? What do you think it is?
I honestly, I don't know. I mean, it could be like a little electrical impulse in the brain. It could be, that spark of genius. Would you, maybe that stroke of genius or whatever. It just, I don't know. It comes from within. It comes from mindset. I believe it comes from where you want to be, where your mind is, because your body will follow what your mind believes.
Yeah, so you just told me that. Where your
Yeah,
mind goes, oh gosh. I was in a podcast with a person the other day, and that came up, and that popped in my head. That where the mind follows, the body,
right,
or where the mind goes, the body will follow.
right.
And we began to discuss how we're not recovering, we're rebuilding our lives after stroke.
We are rebuilding. And
Right.
sometimes rebuilding takes looking at yourself, looking within to see where sometimes there needs to be improvements, sometimes there needs to be changes, sometimes there needs to be a lot of stuff to you have to look within to see what you have to change in order to thrive, if that's what you want to do, if that's what your mind wants, where your mind wants to go, if if you want to do well, if you want to return to life.
Yeah, I think that's really true. It really comes down to your choice. You either choose to be a stroke victim or a stroke driver, really. You really, I know many, I'm going to say the majority call themselves victims.
Hmm.
They curl up to them all, they're like a victim. So I'm really proud of people like Vaughn, you, other stroke support groups. In this service, if you're out there watching this service of Stroke Media Podcast, we will shoot any group and promote you on live on your page, on your group. So feel free, Abraham Thrive Recovery, which is Vaughn Johnston's page.
Yeah, yeah. Also, one thing I did want to mention, I'm not exactly sure. This is the way I usually join the page, but um, some people were having trouble with the link I was sending them to join the group. So if you go directly to the Thrive Recovery Facebook page and then join the link from there, it seems to connect easier. I'm not exactly sure what that's all about, but
Well, this morning, what you probably don't, I don't know if you know, but this morning I promoted Thrive Recovery every Facebook group I'm in.
yeah, I did
So,
too.
this isn't a competition. When I
No.
first started building Second Chance Stroke Survivor Stroke TV media, I was banned with groups. I was told I was toxic to stroke survivors. I mean, this goes back many, many years, many years, Grasshopper. And um, they were for the people out there where I was considered a threat. I've always wanted to just unite the stroke survivors all around the world. That really is what stroke TV media is about. Is uniting stroke survivors from all around the world. That means individual groups of pages like this, like other ones out there, keep your identity, serve your people, but let's unite because we, Abraham, as stroke survivors, we're stronger than we think. If stroke TV media can bring us all together, we're unstoppable, bro.
I hope so, and I hope it does. I hope it brings awareness that there is people out there that are willing to talk and generally want to help. I don't have a secret equation to help somebody or change their mindset. I just talk to people about things that I feel and my brain went through over the course of the years, and
Well,
I can only share what's in here with other people, you
exactly,
know.
and that is exactly what Jeff Hazlett, global business celebrity, who's a friend of mine, Jeffrey Hazlett.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Do you want to be?" He asked me this question when I first had my stroke on YouTube. He's now a friend of mine. But he asked me this question: "Do you want to be the most powerful person you could be?" I heard, "Do you want to be the most powerful stroke survivor you could be?" He didn't say that, but that's what I heard.
Yeah,
I
and
said,
that's what
"Yes,
it
I
is.
do. I want to be the most powerful stroke survivor I could be." He said, "Learn to be yourself. Learn
Mm-hmm.
to be authentic. 100%. No, there are several. I started a trend live streaming in stroke groups, but there are some people that are almost ego driven. Their purpose into how can I help you, how can I serve you? Is look at me, look what I'm doing. Aren't I good? I'm not for that. I think we have to learn to be servants, to be helpful, and learn to be authentic.
Well, I don't have a very strong opinion on that whole ordeal. Like, I didn't really have a whole community of survivors clapping for me every time I made an accomplishment in my life. I only found this community back in say March.
Right?
I
Really?
believe, yeah, I believe it was the beginning of March. Well, I got it. This is the first. This is the first computer I've had in like over a decade, and
Really?
so I just got on here and I was like, huh, maybe I'll search this, because I remember searching it when I was younger, and they're really. I mean, when this happened to me back in the mid 90s, it was I think 97, 98. I don't really believe there was too much of a stroke community or
Well,
any
I
community.
think Windows operating system came out in the early 90s, bro. I mean, you were like became a stroke survivor, right? On the cutting edge, and then Facebook blew up, and next thing you know, all kinds of stroke support groups and all that. But again, I want to encourage all you stroke support groups admins out there. Stroke TV media is not here to step on your toes. We're to help promote you. If you're willing to put yourself out there, like Abraham, and I'm going to have him tell you when the stroke support group is again. But we need to come together. So, Abraham, once again, in case people forgot, when is your stroke support group and where is it located?
It is Tuesday at 5 o'clock Eastern time, and it's on the Thrive Recovery Facebook page. If you go to the Thrive Recovery Facebook page from your, I believe when you're logged into your like home screen on Facebook, right at the top of the left hand side of the screen, there is a search feature. You can type Thrive Recovery in there, and it will bring you right to that page. And
Yes, that's awesome. And honestly, I wish I got afford to hire Vaughn because Vaughn has done such a great job with the graphics. She built a website. She's really
yeah,
good.
I
I was
know.
really impressed with her work, bro.
I wish I knew half the half that
No,
information. I wish I knew how to make graphics and that kind of stuff. I don't have
yeah.
any kind of IT experience.
That you be in a Facebook group, not Zoom, but a group in the page, right?
Yeah, it's room. It's just a room. It's a room in Thrive Recovery. Yeah, you can. There's a. I think there's there's a link right on the homepage of Thrive Recovery, or if that's not good enough, there's you can. I think when you go to like a group homepage, you can choose to go to rooms, and there'll be a link there also.
Yeah, I think it located at the very top of on just under the banner.
Yeah, right under their banner, there's a few choices, discussions and people and rooms and a few other choices. I'm not sure which.
So that's every Wednesday at 5 p.m.
Tuesday.
Oh, sorry. Stroke.
Trying to send people to the wrong day. No, it's on Tuesday at 5.
Every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
Yeah.
So that's 5 or 3 p.m. Central Time. And 1 p.m. Right? What is that? Oh my goodness. I'm bad.
It'd be 4 Central, 3 Mountain, and 2 Pacific.
Thank you. I'm a stroke survivor.
Well, I am too. That was pretty hard, Aaron.
Yeah, that was mathematics. I'm gonna tell you. But Esposito, it's really exciting run seeing you and Vaughn do out there. I really wish you the best. And effort to Vaughn, that's a Vaughn for anything a Stroke TV media can do to help you. Please let me know. And I want everyone to know Stroke TV media is it to help you. We'll be more than happy. I'll be more than happy to host a special show like this within your group. If I need to get permission, I can't just do live stream any group. I have to get permission, admin permission to stream your group. But I hope this turns into more and more support for the community. I think it's pretty awesome.
I think it's a wonderful idea. I wish I had someone to talk to that was maybe a little bit more knowledgeable. I can't promise I'll be more knowledgeable every time, but I can promise I'll try.
That's all that counts, bro. That's all that counts. But Debbie, let's take a couple of minutes. For those of me not know you, Abraham, tell a little bit of give us a Reader's Digest version of your stroke and what happened. How were you? What were you doing? And all that thing.
I was 17 years old when I had a hemorrhagic stroke in my brainstem. I was at my friend's house water skiing, but I was okay. I'm sorry. I haven't told the story for a long time, and I kind of get tripped up on it. I'm sorry.
Take two.
Yeah, take 2. Okay, so I was 17 years old. I had a hemorrhagic stroke. I was at my friend's house. We were water skiing. That didn't really have anything to do with it. That was just what I was doing at the time. But probably within 10 minutes of the first sign of ouch, I was unconscious and going to the hospital. I was in a coma for a little while after that, and I had to go to rehab, and I lost everything. But I was very athletic and I was very active before this, so I think that kind of carried over. It helped me recover because it brought my recovery back, and my mind was in the right place. I knew what I wanted to do. I was in the right place, in the right headspace, and I got there, and my body kind of cooperated. I had to work on that to get everything to cooperate. But looking back at it, I feel like the hemorrhagic stroke was caused by second impact injury, which is basically a second concussion or 2 concussions, and the second one happens before the first one heals. Your brain swells or something terrible like that happens.
You are with us. It's not a competition, bro. You don't have to get concussions and strokes, and it's not a competition, bro.
Well, I know it's not a competition; it's life, and that's what life did to me, I guess.
I was just joking, but I think part of the thing that serves me the most about you, I would tell people, how old were you when you had a stroke?
I was 17.
17 years old.
Yeah, it was like the 3rd day of my senior year of high school.
You've been close to graduating, bro.
Yeah, I got back from the hospital. I think it was the day before Thanksgiving is when I got home from the hospital, and I came home in the hospital on a wheelchair, but I mean, I had some practice walking with a cane and whatnot. So I was through practice, I was able to walk up on stage and get my diploma at the end of the year, and
Wow.
so that
Wow.
was about 6 or 7 months after the fact. So
Wow.
I got after it. But life was well, I was 17 when this happened, and life was on its way whether I was ready or not. So that kind of gave me a kick in the ass.
Yeah,
Pardon my
I hear
French.
you, bro. I hear there.
Pardon my French,
Uh,
but yeah.
you never talk about this subject, and I wonder why some people choose to sit there not forever, not making the effort to get better, not making because you know me and Stroke TV, we believe we're always building our life from strokes. We're not recovering. It's like
Yeah,
getting
we're
not
rebuilding.
like we got a freaking cold, bro. We're not waking up, not a stroke survivor.
Yeah, it's not like we're waiting to get a cast off or something.
Right. What do you think some choose to be victims? I just earlier on a touchback. You don't know either. I
I think
think
it has to do with mindset.
it does.
Where you put your mind, where you put your energy is
Yeah, I've always pictured stroke survival like driving a car. I compared to driving a car. Driving a car, you got a little tiny rearview mirror that
mhm.
looks backwards. But you also have this huge front windshield light. Now, most stroke survivors drive the car looking back in the rear mirror all the time.
And it doesn't really work. You have to kind of look forward sometimes. It's
That's
better
right.
to look where you're going.
That's right. You're gonna effing crash. I can't say the effing word completely, but you're gonna effing crash.
Mhm.
Stop looking in the rearview mirror. Start looking through the front windshield of your
Yeah.
life.
You just gotta let it happen, and eventually you'll be ready for it. I mean, it took years. I mean, life was going on around me. Life was not gonna wait for me. I remember that was the biggest thing when I was in the hospital. I had like 2 or 3 weeks where I couldn't talk because I had a trach in and everything in it, so I couldn't talk. So I had a lot of time to think about things, and I remember thinking I was 17. Next year is the end of my senior year of high school. That's usually when life starts coming at you, and it's gonna come at me whether I'm standing or sitting, and
I
it's
think
easier sometimes when you're standing.
what you said, bro, is so profound, bro. It's so simple yet profound.
It
Life
is simple.
life is not gonna wait for me.
Yeah. It's not waiting for me to get better. It's going on.
So true. That's so true. Sometimes, yeah, I can't. I'm 12 years post stroke, and I
Mhm.
thought I was the old man of the sea, basically. But you're 25 years, bro. You're like way older stroke survivor than me.
Yeah, I'm the old man.
You're the old man stroke survivor of the sea. I tell you, bro.
Well,
One, I also
well,
give a shout out to Abraham's mother out there. Because you reach out to me say how once in a while. So I want to acknowledge throw your mom on the throw a shout out for your mom, Abraham.
oh yeah. Hi, mom.
Hey mom.
I hope you're watching. I don't think she'd be
Oh, does that. She wants it later.
logged into this. I don't think she would know how to. I don't think I would know how to.
Well, I think it's pretty cool. We're pretty much down to the end of the show, but I wanted to thank you so much, Abraham, for I know it's hard been hard to believe it's been half an hour, bro. And
Yeah,
it's
I know.
half an hour podcast.
It's
I will try to
garbage.
make a support group every time I can. Every
All
Tuesday.
right.
Tuesday at 5 p.m.
Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Abraham.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity.
You're welcome, bro. I'll tell you later.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Set me on.